Hi friends, here we are going to learn section 2900 pipe culverts of mode 5th revision. The contents of the sections are as follows. 2901 scope, 2902 material, 2903 excavation for pipe, 2904 bedding for pipe, 2905 laying of pipe, 2906 jointing, 2907 backfilling, 2908 head walls and other ancillary works, 2909 opening to traffic, 29100 measurement for payments, 2911 rate. We are going to in detail. 2901 scope. This work shall consist of furnishing and installing reinforced cement concrete pipes of the type, diameter and length as per design and detail and location shown on the drawing or as ordered by the engineer and in accordance with the requirement of these specifications. This is the scope. After scope, 2902 materials. All the materials used in the construction of pipe culverts shall conform to the requirements of section 1000 mode 5th revision. Each consignment of cement concrete pipes shall be inspected, tested if necessary and approved by the engineer either at the place of manufacture or at the site before their incorporation in the works. 2903 excavation for pipe. The foundation bed for pipe culverts shall be excavated true to the lines and grades shown on the drawing as directed by the engineer. The pipes shall be placed in shallow excavation of the natural ground or in open trenches cut in the existing embankments, taken down to levels as shown on the drawings. In case of high embankment where the height of the fill is more than 3 times the external diameter of the pipe, the embankment shall first be built to an excavation above the top of the pipe equal to the external dia of the pipe and to width on each side of the pipe of not less than 5 times the diameter of the pipe, after which a trench shall be excavated and the pipe shall be laid. Where trenching is involved, its width on either side of the pipe shall be a minimum of 150 mm or 1/4 of the diameter of the pipe, whichever is more, and shall not be more than the 1/3 of the diameter of the pipe. The side of the trench shall be as nearly vertical as possible. The pipe shall be placed where the ground for the foundation is reasonably firm. Installation of pipe under existing bridge or culvert shall be avoided as far as possible. When during excavation the material encountered is soft, spongy or other unstable soil, and unless other special construction methods are called for on the drawing or in special provision, such unsuitable material shall be removed to such depth, width and length directed by the engineer. The excavation shall then be backfilled with approved granular material, which shall be properly shaped and thoroughly compacted up to the specified level. Where bed rocks or boulder strata are encountered, excavations shall be taken down to at least 200 mm below the bottom level of the pipe with prior permission of the engineer, and all rock boulders in this area be removed and the space filled with approved earth, free from stone or fragmented material, shaped to the requirement and thoroughly compacted to provide adequate support for the pipe. Trenches shall be kept free from water unit. The pipes are installed and the joints have hardened. 2904 Bedding for pipe. The bedding surface shall provide a firm foundation of uniform density throughout the length of the culvert, shall conform to the specified levels and grade, and shall be of one of the following two types as specified on the drawing: first class bedding, concrete cradle bedding. First class bedding. Under first class bedding, the pipe shall be evenly bedded on a continuous layer of well compacted approved granular material shaped concentrically to fit the lower part of the pipe exterior for at least 10% of its overall height of as otherwise shown on the drawings. The bedding material shall be well graded sand or another granular material passing 5.6 mm sieve, suitably compacted ramped. The compacted thickness of the bedding layers shall be as shown on the drawing, and in no case shall it be less than 75 mm. Concrete cradle bedding. When indicated on the drawing or directed by the engineer, the pipe shall be bedded in a cradle constructed of concrete having a mix not leaner than M15, conforming to section 1700. The dimension of the cradle shall be as indicated on the drawing. The pipe shall be laid on the concrete bedding before the concrete has set. (2905) Laying of pipe. No pipe shall be laid in position until the foundation has been approved by the engineer. Where two or more pipes are to be laid adjacent to each other, they shall be separated by a distance equal to at least half the diameter of the pipe, subjected to a minimum of 450 mm. The arrangement for lifting, loading, and unloading concrete pipes from factory, yard, and at site shall be such that the pipe do not suffer any undue structural strain, any damage due to fall or impact. The arrangement may be got approved by the engineer. Similarly, the arrangement for lowering the pipe in the bed shall be got approved by the engineer. It may be with tripod, pulley arrangement, or simply by manual lever in a manner that the pipe is placed in the proper position without damage. The laying of pipe on the prepared foundation shall start from the outlet and proceed towards the inlet and be completed to the specified lines and grades. In case of use of pipes with bell mouth, the belled end shall face upstream. The pipe shall be fitted and matched so that when laid in work they form a culvert with a smooth uniform invert. Any pipe found defective or damaged during laying shall be removed at the cost of the contractor. 2906 Jointing. The pipes shall be jointed either by collar joint or by flush joint. In the former, the collar shall be of IRC 150 to 200 mm wide and having the same strength as the pipe to be jointed. Caulking space shall be between 13 and 20 mm according to diameter of the pipe. Caulking material shall be slightly wet mix of cement and sand in the ratio of 1:2, rammed with the caulking iron. Before caulking, the collar shall be so placed that its center coincides with the joint and an even annular space is left between the collar and the pipe. Flush joint may be internal flush joint or external flush joint. In either case, the end of the pipe shall be specially shaped to form a self-centering joint with a jointing space 13 mm wide. The jointing space shall be filled with cement mortar, cement 1 cement, 2 sand, mixed sufficiently dry to remain in position when forced with a trowel or rammer. Care shall be taken to fill all voids and excess mortar shall be removed. For jointing pipelines under light hydraulic pressure, the races at the end of the pipe shall be filled with jute padding dipped in hot bitumen or other suitable approved compound. Pipes shall be so jointed that the bitumen ring of one pipe shall set into the races of the next pipe. The ring shall be thoroughly compressed by jacking or by any other suitable method. All joints shall be made with care so that their interior surface is smooth and consistent with the interior surface of the pipes. After finishing, the joint shall be kept covered and damp for at least 4 days. 2907 Backfilling. Trenches shall be backfilled immediately after the pipe have been laid and the jointing material has hardened. The backfilling soil shall be clean, free from boulder, large roots, excessive amount of sod and other vegetable matter, and lamps shall be approved by the engineer. Backfilling up to 300 mm above the top of the pipe shall be carefully done and the soil thoroughly rammed, damped or vibrated in layers not exceeding 150 mm. Particular care being taken thoroughly consolidate the materials under the haunches of the pipe. Approved pneumatic or light mechanical damping equipments can be used. Filling of the train shall be carried out simultaneously on both sides of the pipe in such a manner that unequal pressure do not occur. In case of high embankment, after filling the trend up to the top of the pipe in the above said manner, a loose fill of depth equal to external diameter, the pipe shall be placed over the pipe before further layers are added and compacted. 2908 Head walls and other ancillary works. Head walls, wing walls, aprons, and other ancillary works shall be constructed in accordance with the detail shown on the drawing or as directed by the engineer. Masonry for the wall shall be conform to the section 1300, 1400, and 1700 as applicable. Aprons shall conform to section 2500. 2909 Opening to traffic. No traffic shall be permitted to cross the pipes unless height of filling above the top of the pipe is at least 600 mm. 2910 Measurement for payments. RCC pipe culvert shall be measured as complete work in linear meter along its length between the inlet and outlet ends. Culvert with multiple rows of pipe shall be measured as one unit irrespective of the number of rows. 2911 Rate. The contract unit rate for the pipe culvert shall include the cost of pipe including loading, unloading, hauling, handling, storing, laying in position and jointing, and all ancillary works such as excavation, bedding for pipes, backfilling, concrete masonry, and aprons, and incidental cost to complete the work as per these specifications.